Hello and welcome to Broad Culture. I'm Dash Ireland.
I'm Spencer, and don't adjust your YouTube channel because we're back with a Summerslam edition of Good, Bad, and Ugly.
Yeah, and with the big four pay-per-views, we do the GBU together. But whenever it's individual pay-per-views, we take turns on it because that's how it is with our brands.
He takes care of Raw, I take care of SmackDown.
Yeah, I'm about to lay SmackDown on here.
Oh, shut up. It'll be too Raw.
Oh, that's terrible. All right, to the good, the bad, the ugly.
I get to start off with two matches because the pre-show started off with two SmackDown matches. The first one, of course, was Rusev and Lana versus Andrade, Cien Almas, and Selena Vega, which, it wasn't all that good, to be honest. That's kind of the stuff we've been seeing on SmackDown recently is them, mixed tagging, sometimes there, here and there, and then one or two the other facing off against the other. To continue.
I'm ripping off SpongeBob.
Yeah, shut up because you're doing a bad job at it.
Oh, well.
Plankton actually had a college education, you dumb.
We're in the middle of our education.
I know.
Get to the review.
If I wasn't so rudely interrupted.
I wasn't interrupting you. You could just come on.
Anyways, I'm just going to leave it as Rusev, Lana, Selena, and Andrade was just bad. Then we get to the Cruiserweight title match between Cedric Alexander and Drew Gulak. It was good. The Cruiserweights always give a good match. Not more to say. The usual Cruiserweight matches, they're actually good. Now we hand it over to Raw for the final portion of the pre-show.
All right. Now, I didn't get to see the pre-show, really, because we got to watch it as soon as the show started, so we missed all that. But the B team defeated the Revival, returning their tag championships, which is all good because the B team is so over right now and whatnot. But the bad part about it is that they're starting to get over their heads a little, and I think it might be time to move the tag titles onto them before the B team really starts to kill all their hype that much and start to look like a-holes. And, but the start of the show had a great match and there was blood in it because that's one of the things. I'm like one of those old school fans that really loves blood because Seth Rollins got busted open. He came out to the ring and he looked like freaking Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet on one of his boots. And it was a great match all around. We got to see Dean and Drew attack each other. It was great all around.
It was funny, though, just looking at the two of them and seeing that Drew was taller than Dean.
Yeah, but Dean was, also jacked. We thought he was going to turn heels last night.
Plus, he had his shield vest on. That was the thing.
Yeah, but it was unzipped.
I know, but still. He usually did it.
Yeah, but Seth Rollins defeated Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental title. It was a very good match. That's all I have to say for it.
That's good. That's good.
Seth Rollins always knows how to put on a great match. And Dolph Ziggler, he's freaking Dolph Ziggler.
The two Cell Kings at the moment in a match. It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, we move on to another SmackDown match. New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers for the tag titles. And sorry, New Day, I'm going to have to be sour for a moment. It was bad because, I would have actually called it good if the match would have ended by pinfall either way, if it was one of the Bludgeon Brothers getting the pin or New Day getting the titles, but no, they used their basically their own version of a Mjolnir, since we're going to be talking about Marvel, I guess. They used their own bludgeon hammers to
get disqualified.
Of course, thank you for finishing what I'm doing. Anyways, if it wasn't for that, and either one of them got a pin, it actually would have been, a good match. But for right now, I would have to say that it was just bad. And speaking of which...
No, I'm just plain ugly. Okay, so this one definitely takes the ugly cake. Well, part of the ugly cake for the night. So it was Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens for the Money in the Bank briefcase, which... We thought it was going to be a decent length match so we can switch locations to watch it, but it lasted like 5 seconds and Braun Strowman won. It was a squash match. It was just plain ugly. Usually I love seeing Braun Strowman just floor people and throw them around.
But that's all he's facing a jobber.
but they're turning Kevin Owens
Ellsworth.
into a jobber. Plus, there's a thing that whenever you kind of have that stipulation that if you get DQ'd or count out, you lose whatever you're holding on to. Usually, it's a good sign that they will lose clean.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Miz versus Dean Ambrose last year at Extreme Rules.
Mm-hmm.
But sorry, Braun Strowman, but your match with Kevin Owens was ugly.
It was kind of funny because I was watching it at my house. I wasn't hanging out with them, unfortunately, this time. And I had just texted on the message group that was quick and painless, and they said the match was over, and I said, yeah, and they said they just left the place that they were at.
Yeah,
But
first we were at this pizza place that also looked a bit like a bar, and then we went to John's place.
I know where you're talking about, but we're not going to specify where.
Yeah,
But
plus,
I've been there before.
yeah, on a lighter note, talking about John's place, we got 2 new members to the Broad Culture team, so soon you'll get to say hi to Caleb and Andrew.
Mm-hmm. So we'll go ahead and say real quick, welcome to Broad Culture, Caleb and Andrew. You are a part of something fun.
Yeah. Okay, your turn for the next
Now,
match.
here we go. Probably one of the best women's matches I've actually seen in a while, considering who was involved.
Yeah.
It was Carmella versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And wow, did that match deliver. I know, a Carmella match actually delivering. It's a first. But, you know, Charlotte gets another title to her resume. She gets to say, you know, now she's a 2-time, I think, SmackDown Women's Champion.
7-time overall.
7-time overall Women's Champion if you include Divas, NXT Women's, Raw, and SmackDown Women's titles.
Which, now, I kind of find it bad that Charlotte won the title, but it makes sense to push the storyline for what happened at the end of the match. I'll let you take care of that.
All in once, you know, after the match, her and Becky are close, real good friends. Thelma and Louise, so tea time. There, buddy. That all came to an end when Becky finally snapped.
Turned heel.
She went back to her original NXT ways and became a heel, and the way that went down was perfect. We finally got
yeah. And
that
then,
gives the question for SmackDown, why? Why did she do it? And I'm pretty sure she'll give a good heelish explanation as to why.
Yeah. And what also happens is, like, whenever Becky Lynch left, you can see Charlotte crying, so she sold it quite well.
I wonder what she had to think of to get her to start crying.
Yeah. And,
that's her business, of course.
Yeah, from what I heard from a rumor is that in the near future, Becky is going to get the women's title, and then Asuka is going to face her, where they finally give it to Asuka, probably at Evolution.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got 2 more matches.
I know, surprisingly, I get 3 in a row.
Yeah.
The next one was, of course, the heavily hyped AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe WWE Championship match.
Woo.
The storytelling in this match has gone back to, like, the roots of the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era.
Oh, yeah, Samoa Joe taking it so far. I love that.
Considering Wendy Styles and AJ's daughter, Annie, were in the crowd, the match itself was absolutely excellent. However, the match ended in a disqualification when AJ absolutely lost his cool after what Samoa Joe
with a
said.
chair. He's going to be like, hey, I'll be your daddy.
And the look on AJ's face when they showed the replay was pure gold. He had the look in his eyes of a man on a mission, and he unfortunately, AJ, as I'm referring to, he got disqualified after completely lashing out on Samoa Joe with a chair.
Wasn't he also bleeding from the forehead, like Seth Rollins?
I think, but then backstage, I didn't get the chance to hear the sound from it, but there is a video on WWE's YouTube channel of AJ apologizing to Wendy and Annie on losing his cool. I don't know what their response was, which I'm going to go ahead and guess was, you know, it's okay, we understand why you had to do it.
General face stuff.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure they're good actors too.
Yeah, which I'm going to give the whole deal with the blood and up. Like, I love it.
He likes blood. Anyways.
Vampire. No, I'm not.
You can stop.
Alright.
Alright there, Bela Lugosi.
What?
The original Dracula, like from the silent film era.
Oh.
You uncultured swine. Anyways, moving on.
Oh, I'm uncultured swine.
Moving on, we get to the other heavily hyped non-title match. between The Miz and Daniel Bryan.
Oh, yes.
8
Yes.
years
Yes.
in the making.
Yes.
And it delivered.
Yes. Yes.
And just by judging on the result last night, you can stop now. That we haven't seen the end of this story yet because Maurice was ringside, supposedly, of course.
We thought we were going to see another fake baby doll.
With Monroe Sky, possibly. However, she actually included a little bit of stuff into the story too. The match itself was just 2 people going, "You can stop.
Just keep going."
I am, but you are distracting me.
Stop getting distracted then.
Crying out loud. Hold on,
We're like
ladies
brothers.
and gentlemen. Dang it. Oh, okay. Anyway, the match itself was absolutely phenomenal. Kind of a play on words from our last one. But then Maurice gave Mike, well, I'm just going to go ahead and call him Miz by his real name. She gave Mike something. We don't know what it is yet, but we're assuming like that it's brass ring or his brass knuckles. And he punched Daniels clean in the skull. No one saw it. Except for the fans.
It's kind of like when Edge faced up against John Cena back in 2006, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he got the brass knuckles from who? Lita?
Probably.
Yeah, it might have been Lita who gave him the brass knuckles. Then he, clocked John Cena, and he put him in his pants, pinned him, and got some. Oh, that's when he cashed in.
Yep. At New Year's Revolution?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It was either that or
something. It was 05. I remember that now.
05, because he was the first Money in the Bank winner.
No. It was 06. Never mind. You were right at first. It was 2006.
Yeah.
Anyways, Miz got the win, and I'm pretty sure we have not seen the end of this story yet. Maybe they make a match for the next pay-per-view, a Hell in a Cell match. That would be my guess.
And then suddenly Daniel gets out kendo sticks.
Mm-hmm. So overall, I give the match a very, very responsive good.
Yeah.
So now we get over to you for a couple of Raw matches.
Oh yes, one of my favorite matches, because I'm a giant Finn Balor fan, and just to see him unexpectedly come out the demon paint, I lost it. I lost it all. And even though it was a big old squash match, I just give it a very big good, because seeing that demon paint again for the first time forever and just watching...
I can tell you probably from a mile away that night that he was going to come out in that.
Maybe that's a 3rd time in a row for SummerSlam. And now he's got a perfect SummerSlam record. And I swear, if it was going to be a regular match, it would have gotten a meh and would have some bad or ugly effects. But
because we've seen that so much on Raw.
Yeah, but with Finn Balor coming out with the demon paint, it just changed and it gets a very big good. And also, after that, we had a live segment where he was about to play his Fender, which it was not real. You can tell by the neck. Mm-hmm. But he just snaps it. It's funny what Elias does, but the bad part about it is that nothing else happened. He just stood there in awe. He just frozen like Black Panther. That's a movie reference to the movie. But it was both good and bad. But yeah, let's turn things over to his final SmackDown match.
I know, finally, then I'll get to shut up.
Yeah.
We get the United States title match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Jeff Hardy. And at first I thought it was going to be like their usual shenanigans where it would be a low blow, maybe a disqualification, but they teased it. That was the funny thing. It was actually a good match for once between the two of them. And then they had the afterward segment with Randy Orton teasing possibly coming down and going after Jeff Hardy, but he decided not to and turn around. So I guess we have a new little angle with Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton coming up.
Yeah. So
we now get to the final 2 matches of the night, which are also title matches, but they are also Raw. So, Mr. Dash, take it away.
So the penultimate match was Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss with Raw Women's title. And before I get into that, I'm going to give a very big good to Natalya whenever she entered the ring area with her father's jacket on. That's a very big good. I didn't expect her to come out because of
the circumstances.
Yeah, but honestly, I respect her for it. And
so, Natalya, if you ever get the chance to watch this, we applaud you and we send our condolences to you on the passing of your father, Jim.
Well, Ronda Rousey defeated Alexa Bliss, and it was good. I didn't. It wasn't the best match, but it was definitely a good match.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets good. Just let's hopefully not have put Alexa Bliss's rematch clause on Raw tonight, and just discontinue after that. Put Ronda Rousey up against a new opponent.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably see some new debuts tonight since it's after NXT and the Big Four.
Yeah, there's usually a big call up after SummerSlam.
Yeah.
The 2 times of the year, it's like right after WrestleMania, right after SummerSlam, there's usually a couple of calls.
They're the 2 bigger ones out of the Big Four.
The question is, who?
Aleister Black.
I don't know. They still have that whole story going on with who attacked him.
I don't know, but they might have Aleister.
One of it was someone from the main roster. It was like a complete dark horse that wasn't even there.
Yeah.
And was seen back there.
We gotta get back on topic.
Yeah.
All right, so the final match. We all knew this was coming, and we all hated it. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Now, this takes the cake of everything that's G, B, and U.
Preferably the last 2.
Yeah, preferably the last 2. The good part was like Brock Lesnar teased the cash in, but he didn't. But the bad part is...
You mean Strowman.
Strowman, yeah. Didn't I say Brock?
You said Brock.
Correct. I would get explicit here, but we can't. That's our circumstances on the channel. No, but Braun teased a cash in. It was okay, but it's mainly bad and ugly. The bad part about it, we all knew this was coming. Roman Reigns finally won a Universal title.
I actually consider it as a good thing. In my opinion, because
sort
it's
of.
finally off of Brock.
Yeah, but the bad thing is that it's on Roman Reigns' hands.
Better than Brock.
True. But the ugly thing is that they disposed of Braun quickly, and Braun couldn't cash in at all, and Brock freaking flung the briefcase over to the entrance. Now, I would have kind of laughed a little bit if it went into the audience. But talking about Brock flinging that briefcase over, that was kind of a callback to the time he ripped off a car door through and accidentally hit a kid. It was a kid, right?
I don't know. It came close to hitting someone from what I heard.
Yeah, and then Brock had to pay some sort of fine. I don't remember.
Bad boy. Bad boy.
Yeah. Now, another good thing is that we didn't see the commissioners there.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of good. General managers, I don't remember.
No. It was just a clean night.
Yeah.
No shenanigans, no nothing, yada, yada, yada. It was just a pay-per-view.
I mean, we saw the Bellas down in the ring, and whenever they gave their promo before the women's title match even happened with Ronda and Alexa, I honestly thought that based on their speech that Ronda was going to lose at some point, but my prediction stayed clean.
I honestly thought, because of what the rumor I heard was, I honestly thought Nikki was going to attack Ronda afterwards, because apparently the rumor right now is the main event for Evolution is Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey. I don't know if it's going to be for the Raw Women's title or not, but that's the rumor I'm hearing.
Yeah. So that wraps up our Raw review. I'm Dash Ireland with New Ink.
I'm Spencer Nicholas eating a cheese stick from Pizza Hut.
And we represent broad culture with the good, bad, and the ugly for Raw and SmackDown. Be sure to like,
comment, and subscribe
to our channel.
And remember, when it comes to YouTube wrestling channels, we don't just set the bar. We are the bar.
We are nerds.
We, of course, are nerds.
Yeah. We'll see you later.
Peace and love, y'all.